With nearly 400 milligrams of caffeine combined with a couple of hard-hitting stimulants, this might be too much for beginners. When I first drink it, I don't really feel much. In fact, I feel like I could take another pre-workout. But it does build up, and it builds up nicely to this very consistent type of energy where you're putting yourself in this fully awakened state. So by that time it builds up, it's like a wow. And the other thing I noticed, that this is a very clean source of DMHA. It's a very potent. In fact, I feel like my performance is enhanced rather than hindered by the high stimulant combination of caffeine and exotic stimulants. But it's not hindering me in any way. Breathing is easier. Like usually it's harder when it comes to high stimulant pre-workouts. From the consistent energy, I'm getting nice pumps, so I'm not really concerned about the pump matrix in this type of pre-workout, but the energy, it's definitely a high energy, consistent, small type of pre-workout that's reliable. But we're gonna see if this is worth it. So IRATE. There's one big thing that you might find surprising about this pre-workout. A lot of people seem to think that this is a DMAA pre-workout, but it's not. I'm gonna get to it, but first we're gonna start with what the stimulants are in the beginning. So the stimulants in this pre-workout is caffeine, yohimbine, and 2-amino-4-methylhexane. So people seem to be thinking that this is DMAA, but it's not. So how do I know this? I haven't tested this in a laboratory, but the name itself tells us that this is a DMHA derivative. It's not DMAA. DMAA has that dime in it, meaning it has 2 methyl groups in the carbon structure, meaning it's gonna hit hard. This has methyl. Methyl is 1 carbon, and this is closer to DMHA than DMAA. So with 400 milligrams of caffeine along with 120 milligrams of DMHA, it's quite a good combination of stimulants. And we also have yohimbine at 2.5 milligrams. But DMHA here is dosed at 120 milligrams. And yohimbine is a fat burning type of stimulant. And then the rest of the ingredients, we got citrulline malate, 5 grams, and 2.5 grams of beta-alanine for the tingles. And we got a little bit of creatine, 1.5 grams. So this is a 10 gram per serving, 25 serving type of tub. But how is the experience? When I take this, I don't feel a thing for about 10 minutes. And even after that, it's such a slow build-up to the energy that it kind of is like, all right, when is this gonna hit? And then when it hits, it's something else, because I get into this zone where it's like fully awakened, all the way to the top type of awakened, heightened state. And it comes with this consistent drive of energy. And once I reach this state, after a very slow buildup, mind you, it's a very consistent, clean flow of energy. And it's also driven with a background of euphoria. So there's that energy, and it feels like I'm in this fully heightened, awakened state, combined with a little bit of background euphoric buzz. And this euphoric buzz is just like there, and it's a warm buzz. It's a very nice feeling. It feels like I'm in the zone when I'm working out, but at the same time, I feel like I feel confident, and I feel like singing a little bit with the lyrics that I hear from my playlist in the gym. And then there's the driven focus that's also consistent. And I could keep going, and I couldn't really stop working out, but like for a solid hour, I had this high consistency of high intensity. But the thing also was that there wasn't any crazy urgency, no jitters or anxiety. Although there was a bit of background urgency, it wasn't at the forefront. Okay, so 5 notable things I've noticed with IRATE. The first, slow build up. It builds up slow. The second thing is just super clean energy. There's no jitters or anything crazy. It's euphoric. Kind of puts this like warm buzz. And the other thing I noticed is it feels like a very clean source of DMHA. The performance boost I got from this was very clean. Like I could breathe easier. And usually with high stimulants, it's harder to breathe. It's like a performance hindrance. It slows down the workout because I need to breathe more in between sets. But this was just a lot easier to breathe in between sets. And there was rarely any moments where I was like, okay, I need to catch my breath. I'm kind of going all out crazy and I got this high intensity of energy. No, it was like I got the energy and the consistent breathability with the performance boost. It was just a consistent drive, and it was a very nice drive, and it felt like I was driving on the road without any bumps, like a car with nice hydraulics that could handle any bumps in the road. But there was still a nice drive of urgency and euphoria, which was really nice to have in the mix of this experience. But the pumps were also nice, but I felt like it came from the performance boost and not so much from the ingredients itself. And mind you, I also had I had leg day today, so I had a good pump in my legs, and my arms also felt fuller. But great, clean, driven type of pre-workout that I would recommend with a clean source of DMHA that is highly noticeable, very obvious that it's very clean and strong. I really like this one. And I got the flavor cosmetic candy. It tastes okay, but it didn't taste like anything that was fantastic. I wasn't impressed by it, but at the same time, it wasn't bad if you care about flavor. It does have artificial sweeteners and all that. Yeah, this felt like it was a enhancing breathing type of pre-workout, and I really liked it. How is this compared to other pre-workouts? Well, we got Aventator, we got Maniaco, Dark Horse, Kratos Subs, Cerberus. We got all these pre-workouts that I've been testing, and I would put this honestly as a reliable type of stim junkie pre-workout that wouldn't do better than a lot of pre-workouts in terms of the urgency, but in terms of driven, clean, euphoric buzz that is reliable, I would rate this highly out there. And in the state of IRATE, this is a very clean type of pre-workout. And if I would prefer one over the other, oh man, that's tough. That's tough. Because some pre-workouts are better for euphoria, some pre-workouts are better for focus. Let's say Aventator, I felt like the focus there was driven and a little bit the same as the euphoric buzz, but I felt like Aventator had better focus. And Dark Horse was nice also. It would kind of be comparable to IRATE, but honestly, this was a killer. But in terms of euphoria, better euphoria on MetaHuman and Killer Instant. I felt like those gave me better mood, but not better energy. So lots of ups and downs with each pre-workout, but I would be excited to use this, and I would probably take this with me if I had to leave right now with one or let's say a few pre-workouts. But Maniaco was definitely more reliable, not reliable, but more driven with energy, and the euphoria was more noticeable, but the energy was also more noticeable. So it had like both of these aspects that was enhanced a lot with Maniaco. But yeah, I think that's a good comparison. What we got? Yeah. Cerberus was more urgent if you want. This was honestly a recommended hit. I would recommend it. Check it out, link in description, discount code as well. So you support the channel if you use my links and discount code, which I appreciate very much. Hey, have you tried this? Let me know in the comment. Drop a comment below right now.